Next, we will have Susan Springsteen with the Community Garden.
Hello, everyone. I'm a little bit of a walker, so, well, maybe I won't be. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity tonight for me to share my idea with you. I'm Sue Springsteen. I'm a business owner in the West End and a shameless promoter of Coatesville and everybody here. So I wanted to share with you my idea for making Coatesville more vibrant and colorful and raising everybody's mood through flowers. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. My why is several years ago when I wanted to move a business here to Coatesville, I went and talked to everybody who would talk to me. And a lot of people did. I talked to people on the street. I talked to people in the post office. I talked to the city. I talked to anybody who would talk to me. And I learned that everybody has a story and everybody has a struggle. And they all want to make their lives better, and they've got some hesitancy, and they were worried about their city. It's about 4 years ago. So I decided that I just fell in love with the people here, moved my businesses here, and then we actually I was part of a team that bought this blighted old building and turned it into the Nth Innovation Center. And one of the things that I learned when I did this was changing the way something looks can have an enormous impact on the hope and vitality and vibe of a town. And I can't tell you how many people messaged me on Facebook and stopped me on the street and said because of the renovation of this old, blighted, 20-year-old, boarded-up old building, they were going to go back to college, they were going to start a business, they were going to try something they always wanted to do. They felt better about their town because something was changing and they wanted to be a part of it. So I really learned from that. And I thought, what if we could take this to the next level and start adding color and beauty and lift everybody's mood in the city? Because color and beauty is not a big thing in a steel mill and an industrial area. So let's try and change that. And I love the Ville mentality, but in addition to grittiness and resilience and all that, let's try and add a little hope. So my ask is the whole project will cost $4,500. I'd also love any spare plants that you have, any connections you have to people who are geniuses when it comes to plants, and then just general support and encouragement and reminding me that I can really do this. So in a world of stress, plants make us feel better. Rutgers and LaSalle University did a study in 2005, and they said, yes, indeed, from scientific study, that plants do reduce stress and anxiety, and they brighten moods, they promote healing, and they actually help us concentrate better. So why not bring more plants to Coatesville? Problem is, Coatesville's a flower desert. You know, it's a steel mill. It is what it is. We've got a lot of pavement. Even my parking lot, which is has that rock drain there on the top and bottom picture, it doesn't bring a lot of life and butterflies and flowers and vitality to the city. So I thought, what if we can add that to the picture? So what I did last year was I did a little experiment, and I turned all 3 lobbies in my building into little plant-based, like arboretums. And what I found was that when people came in, they loved it. They told me how much it improved their mood, how much they loved coming into the building. They felt healthier. They had more spring in their step. They just loved seeing the plants and the flowers. So then I took it another step further, and I said, what about if I could do a garden outside? How would it impact the people walking by? And I had people coming up and down Lincoln Highway that were telling me how beautiful it was. I got to know even more of my neighbors. And when I posted this on Facebook, I got hundreds of likes and 75 messages that said, if you're going to make this bigger, I want to be involved, and tell me how I can do this in my building or my facility. So it has ability to scale. So what I'd like to do is take this to the next level and actually do a long 200-foot raised bed garden that would be flowers and vegetables that would really impact the whole West End with color and actually a food source. And it would look like that. So it's predominantly flowers. They could use as cut flowers. We have vegetable gardens in between that we could use to feed the West End and for food pantries. But it'll be visible to anybody driving in and out of the West End. And it just is a constant reminder of life and vitality that is becoming the hallmark of our city, and just helping elevate the mood in a way that complements all the other mental health services that people are making appointments and they're seeing. So my team, I would lead the team. I've got some very strong team members. Jennifer Kasich is a West End resident. She knows a lot about plants. Tony Morton is a master gardener. Vincent Miles probably needs no introduction. And then we have kids who play in the parking lot that want to be involved. I've also been talking to the Chester County Food Bank and Natural Lands Trust to help me out. So our timeline is that we would start the raised bed construction, this strategy over the winter. We would plant seedlings and cuttings. We would get them started in the spring, plant in the late spring, and then by the summer, everybody could come and enjoy this beautiful garden. Our cost is $4,500, which would include 20 8x4 beds that would go down the rock drain. I'm in the horse industry, so I can get plenty of horse manure soil for free. And then we may need to purchase some plants, so that's what involves with that. So I just hope that you come and play in the dirt with us and make this a reality, and I would love your vote.
Therapy. I don't know any of the plants I play with, but I still get in the dirt. Love this. I think you have a natural another partner in this, and that's Longwood Garden. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they have some community outreach and philanthropy they could probably offer, not just expertise, but even some additional funding for expansion. I love that you already have the interest of kids and others, so well done.
Thank you. That's a great idea. I will focus on that.
From a practical standpoint, do you have spigots on the outside of your building to be able to water these raised beds?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, no, but I have an engineering team who's going to make me a waterer on a wagon that I will be able to use to water the beds.
Meaning a fixed container on a wagon that's portable?
Yes.
A tank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a very smart engineering team, fortunately.
I love the idea. I've been to other cities where they have like flowers and trees and things, and it definitely is a different feel. And Coastal definitely could use some brightening up. Like you said, it is a still town. So I like it. Will you get the community involved in the garden, or is it just the people you know and the kids?
Well, yeah, the plan is to get the community involved. It's why I have my West End neighbors, because they're very involved in the community, and you know, you crawl, walk, run with any project. So we want to do it this way, get it out there, and I'm sure it will mushroom, perhaps in other areas too.
Thank you.
Kind of building on that question, do you have any thoughts as to how you might be able to use this as teaching moments for kids or even families as to how they might be able to grow things on their own, or even those not lucky enough, to have yard space to do that, like something small indoors, anything like that?
I would love to do that. And that's why I want to bring in some master gardeners who would supplement my knowledge base, because I think, and relationships are built in the trenches, right? So if you can be playing in the dirt alongside of kids or alongside of someone who's dealing with depression, or you start to just build these relationships, and they morph into things that are larger than themselves. So that's really my hope. The garden is to be used as a tool for other things.
Thank you. It sounds like a wonderful idea.
Thank you. Anybody else?
How do I get a hold of you for horse soil?
Soil? I have a card I can give you. Plenty of it.